Hello! Today I want to show you the cyubePainter mod made by Quill. This mod is actually a really complex and powerful mod, so that's why I will have little segments to easier navigate through all of the segments. So, the cyubePainter mod actually consists of 5 different blocks. You have an air filter, marker 1 and 2, a palette block and a paste block. For every block you need processed wood and different kind of colors. You need white, red, blue. So, once you want to start, you select your palette block. Keep in mind that you need a bit more space between the palette block and everything else. Because if there is anything in the way of the palette block, you will get a message. So, if you place the block, you can actually open the mod menu by hitting the block with a stick. And if the area around the block is not big enough to have all of the menu blocks appear, you get a message like this. No space for palette here. That means you just have to move your block a bit further away and hit it again with the stick. Then you get the whole menu. So this is everything. A lot of stuff, like I said. So let's start. Before we can begin using the mod, we need an actually area that we want to replace, reprint or whatever. So this is where the marker 1 and 2 comes in handy. With those two markers, you actually define the area that you want to use with your mod. So let's say we place the first block here. Then this block is actually the first corner of our selected area. Then we use the marker 2. And this is actually then the second cornerstone. And everything in between those two blocks, from here to this block, up to this height, and here, down to the ground. Everything in here is now selected. So once this is done, we can actually start with using the mod. So let's start with the first block, this one. This is the paint block. With this block, we paint everything in the selected area with a block of our choice. So to actually replace everything, we just have to place a block on top of the block. So let's go. I will now replace everything in the selected area with the hedge. So hedge block and place it on top of the paint block. So then we go back to our stick and then we hit the paint block. And as you can see, everything that is inside of the selected area got replaced with the block that we had on top of the paint block. So let's say you are not really happy with the result because the hedge is too high, too small, or anything, then you can easily undo this. This is where the red undo button comes in handy. Hit it with the stick and everything is back to before. You can undo up to 5 actions. So, and if you say, actually the hedge wasn't so bad, I want it back, you can easily do it with the green button. Then everything goes back as it was before. This is everything for the normal paint block. What if you only want to replace, let's say, the wood blocks here? You don't want to replace everything, only the wood. You can do this as well. This is where the second block comes in handy. This is the mask block. If you place a block on top of the mask block, then only the selected block will be replaced. So now I put one of those wood blocks on top. Then we go back to our stick and then we hit the paint button. And as you can see, only what was on top of the mask block got replaced. Let's undo it again. See? Only this one got replaced. If you want, for example, to have all the air here replaced, because you don't want to have empty spaces or anything. You can do this as well. This is where the air filter block comes in handy. With the air filter block placed on here, you will select everything that is air. So we will not replace these wood blocks. If we would have some stone blocks in here, they would also exclude it. So now only everything that is air will be replaced. Let me show you. Hit. And as you can see here, the wood is still there. Only the air got replaced. Let's undo this again. Bop. Bop. See? This comes in handy if you, let's say you want to have only the wall stones replaced, but not everything else. Then you just set a marker here, a marker on top there. Then you place, for example, the wallstone block there, hit it, and then only the wallstone block will be replaced with whatever you have selected here. Let me show you actually. Let's place marker 2 here and marker 1. Can I reach it? I can. Come on. So. Then we will just use one of the blocks here. So. We will use this. So. Now, every wallstone block should be replaced with a hedge. As you can see, every wallstone block here got replaced with a hedge. We can also undo this again. Zack. And we can also say, okay, we want the whole building, so let's place this block here. Then between this block and this block, the whole house is selected. And then we can repaint the whole house into a hedge house. So the paste block is actually really nice and handy. That's for the paste block. The next block that I want to show you is the copy block. With this block we can copy everything that is in the selected area to the clipboard, and from there we can paste it again. We can also rotate it, and that's what I want to show you now. So for this example I will use my bridge, and I will use the markers again. Here marker 1 and marker 2 here. So now the whole bridge should be selected. So then we use the stick and hit the copy button. When we hit the copy button, we will get a message that shows that it's copied. See, copying selected region. So now the whole bridge is selected. Now we go and use the paste block. And with the paste block we can actually say where we want the bridge to be replaced to. Let's say I want another bridge here. Then I put the block here and use my stick. And then I just hit the paste button and then bam! I got my whole bridge here. As you can see, now my bridge is elevated. I don't want this. What can we do? We use the undo button. So we go here, hit undo, bap, everything is gone. Then we can actually take another paste block. Let's put it in here. Then we hit again, bap, and we got our nice little bridge here. So, but what if I don't want to have my bridge facing this way? What if I want to have my bridge look another direction? we can do this as well. We just undo everything, and then we have those two blocks, a counterclockwise and a clockwise rotation. If we hit those blocks, we rotate our copied object by 90 degrees. So, and if I put the paste block in here now, and I hit it, boop, you can see now the bridge got shifted 90 degrees counterclockwise, because I was hitting the counterclockwise block here. This one, it's counterclockwise, so it rotated my block counterclockwise as well. And here you can actually see that I pasted everything that I had copied. That means now actually also the arrow that was selected deleted what everything was here. If you want to build edge on edge and only replace stuff and not have the arrow copied here as well, you can do this by first undoing this, put the paste block in here, and then you can say I want to have, let's say, the arrow excluded from the pasting. Then you use the arrow filter, put the arrow filter on top here. Then I just have to reach for this block. Then we hit the paste block, zack. And as you can see now, the arrow did not get copied and my former bridge is still intact. Before there was arrow copied as well, but now I excluded the arrow and only every other block except the arrow got placed in here. That's for the copy and paste. The next function that I want to show you is the cut function. With it we can cut off everything that is in the selected area. For this I still use my bridge because I already have my markers here. Then I'm going to use my stick and hit the cut. Zack. Now I cutted the whole selected area. And if I place a paste block here, wait, here, hit it with the stick, we got the cutted piece back. This comes in handy if you want to just move the whole bridge, let's say, one block to the left or one block to the right. For example, I can show you. I will cut it again. And let's say I want to place it one block further away. Put it here and paste it. And now I have placed my whole bridge one block more to the left. Let's undo this again, because this is such a useful thing to do. Nice. So that's the cut function. The next block that I want to show you is this block. This is the exchange block. With this block we can actually select a block that we want to have pasted, and then we can hit every block that we want and have only the one block that we hit to get removed. This is more accurate than having a whole area selected. To enable this mode we use the stick and then we hit here, and then you get the exchanging wand enabled and disabled. So we just want to have it enabled. Then we are going to exchange everything for the beehive block. To do so we select the block by hitting it with an arrow. So here, bam. So now the block is selected and we can hit everything else and it will be placed by this block. To do so, we use a stone axe or a stone pickaxe. It's best to use the stone axe for stone blocks and the pickaxe for wood. Because if the block is damaged, it still looks like the original block, and once it's healthy again, the block will change. To have it faster, we use the opposite tool. So for wood blocks we use a pickaxe, and for stone tools we use the axe. So pickaxe selected, beehive block is selected, and then we just hit it. And as you can see, I can replace every block. Let's say I want this one as well. And then we can go here and say this one and this one. And then we can also go here and say pull here. It's really nice if you want to have, for example, you have a building and you want to replace only a couple of blocks with maybe a different looking block to have more individuality in your walls. You can use this tool. So to disable the whole exchanging, you just hit again, then it's disabled. As you can see, there's nothing again. So here, nothing. Let's do it again. Enabling, bam, select the block that we want to exchange. Let's say the stone block. Then we go here. And we can replace it. This is a really nice thing. So, and now the last block in the menu. This is the selection block. What does it do? That's pretty simple. Earlier I placed the marker 1 and 2 blocks to select an area. So, but if you don't want to place blocks everywhere and you have to craft them, and maybe you don't have blue dye or you don't have processed wood, then you can actually select this. Then the selection wand is enabled. Now we use the stone axe and the stone pickaxe for our markers. So let's say we use the stone axe here. Then our marker got set. Then we use the stone pickaxe here to get our marker 1 set. So the stone pickaxe sets marker 1, the stone axe marker 2. So now everything in between here is actually selected. We can test this by replacing everything with this one. So that, as you can see, everything got selected. And we can also go and say, okay, I want to have this selected. Then you go there and select the other one. Then everything in there is selected, and then you can copy paste this again. This is really handy if you don't want to place the blocks and just have your tools to do this. You can also disable this function again, so that your tools actually work normally again. To have the selection ward, you really have to use the stone tools for this. So, there is maybe one little problem that you could have by either placing the markers or using the selection wand, and that is, what if you place your marker wrong? Then you always have to undo it, replace the marker. This can be a bit tiresome. But there is actually a super easy way to compensate for this, and this is by using the measurement tool. The measurement block that Quill also made is used to count the distance between blocks, and you can actually see how far away your blocks are in each direction, be it height, length or width. With this you can actually use the measurement mod to see where you want to have the block placed. Then you can mark even the measurement block, then you can replace it. So building with the measurement block and the cyubePainter is actually a really useful and powerful tool. I hope I could give you a little overview over the cyubePainter. I know it's really complicated, but it's a really awesome tool if you want to replace only selected blocks or certain blocks, or you want to copy paste anything. This mod makes it so easy. For example, if you want to have a huge lake, before you had to place every block individually, now you can just select the edges and copy paste the water block or the stone block or whatever. It's really handy. Makes building so much easier and faster. It's an awesome mod. So, thanks for watching. I hope you will enjoy this mod as much as I do. And stay healthy. Till next time. Bye!